you guys? How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Oh my gosh, sorry. I usually don't let that music play that long, but I brought my computer over and the cord in like a Kroger bag, and I was trying to plug it up as I was starting, and the bag was like wrapped around the cord. It was a whole thing. So, hello. Please forgive me. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Melissa Strange. Hey, Kay Braze. Hey, Chris. Mary Jane Doe. Hey, Mama Bear. Hey, Pork Chop. B Crumbs. Delaney. Hey, Punksy. Crime Curious. Hey, Corky. Hey, Mama Bear. Amelia. Wait, I think I said hi to you, Mama Bear. Yep, I'm already starting to repeat you guys. I'm sorry. Hey, Legendary. How are you guys? Hey, Brandy. I was going to say Crime Curious and Bendy. If after these calls, if you want to get up and give any thoughts or anything, let me know and I'll drop the link. I was going to just play the calls first because I don't want to drag this out too long. I know Jen, I think, is having a live, so at 9 or 9:30. Hey, Struggle is Real. We've been out on the water today, and there was a ton of dolphins. I actually was going to, I brought a couple videos to show you guys. I'll go ahead and pull them up while we're chatting and just let them play. The only thing is, you really can't see that well. So they were way far out there, but this one was rolling in circles. But you can't really see on the computer. I think the internet's just not good enough. It was really cool though. There were a ton. This one, I hope it wasn't stuck in a net. At one point, it's that right there, the fin comes up. I just think the internet's not good enough for you guys to see the quality that it was when it was taken. Here's another one. I'll let it play while we chat. Okay, so it's been a pretty good day though, you guys. Hey, Todd. Cool Gamer. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Iowa with the Backyard Critter Cam. Hey, Penny. Search and Rescue. I'm excited for you guys to hear this. So I found a channel, actually, a subscriber had mentioned it in the chat, One Who Sees, and then Crime Curious also had sent it to me. So I'm excited to have found this channel that's posting these phone calls. I'll share the link with you in just a second when we pull up the channel. Hey, Sherry. Letecia. These calls actually made me a little angry. I was finally at the point where I was like, forget it. I'm doing a live on this because, wow. Hey, Glowbug. Hey, Will to be. I used to keep an offshore boat at Ocracoke. Oh, how cool, Will. Hey, Bitch Talks. Good to see you. You're so lucky. Love dolphins. I know. I told Bentley today, I was like, do you know how blessed we are that we get to see this in our front yards? I never experienced anything like that as a kid. Hey, caffeinated cat lady. Hey, Deb. Lynn, hello. Hey, Alibi. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up the calls. No, not from the docket. It's actually a different channel. Okay. Here. So the channel is called, we're not going to play the whole video. I'm actually going to skip around a little bit. There's 5 phone calls. We're going to hear a little bit of the first ones. The last one is the main one that I definitely want to focus on. But I want you guys to hear some. It's an hour-long video of phone calls. So I'm going to put the link in the chat so you guys can go back and watch them all if you want. So here's the link right now. And I'll also go back and add it to the description. I've been listening to them on the docket, and I just get sick to my stomach every time, especially knowing what we know now. That's the one, Mary Jane Doe. That's the channel. So the calls today are from June of 2023. Azalea, been following the calls on the docket. Hopefully he'll get video calls soon. Oh, how cool, Shortcake. Hey, Muck Boys. She seems to be one of the most evil people. The video of the kid hiding under the desk when she was playing hide and seek or whatever. She's such crap. Letecia, I'm speaking of. She is such crap. I agree. I was so mad. The nerve of this woman just keeps surprising me somehow. I feel the same way. I'm like, why am I shocked? But damn, I'm shocked because she's just awful. Hey, Music City Mom. Okay, yes, recent calls. These are from June. Let's see. What we're going to do, I think, is just listen to the first couple minutes of each one until we get to the last one. And then we're going to listen to all of that. The last one is where Harley gets brought up, and that is what inspired this video because I was just annoyed at that point with her. So we'll start exactly.
Global Tel Link prepaid call from an inmate at a Colorado correctional facility.
You don't have to go, hang out with people. It's just pray for them.
Okay, also, I'm going to drop the link in the chat, but this is one thing I want us to talk about. So listen, she's going to talk about this. She's been moved to a mental health ward, I suppose, a mental health part of the prison. And she talks about in this how lax they are. Now, they're not as lax with her at first, she says, because of security reasons, but she does say, it can be an hour or two before we ever even see a cop. She is getting $500 from Aunt Brenda to buy a television, which she does get in the later calls. So it has 20 some channels, Fox, NBC. She's very proud of that. So Letecia is sitting comfy, or was, because now she's in Kansas, but she was sitting comfy in prison with her television and Aunt Brenda funding the bill. And it's infuriating just to know that she can buy a TV and have it in a room by herself. She's like, yeah, I'm by myself, but I like that because I'm not good with people anyways. Oh, it's just frustrating. So, yeah, she has a TV. She's talking to Aunt Brenda, June 2023, post-conviction. You can buy a TV in jail? Yep. Yes, you can. Hey, Nika. She is despicable. Okay, so we'll play for a minute, and then I'll come back.
And move on. If that's just how I had to learn to take it because, I've forgiven my mom. I've moved on about it, but I just don't care to be like, oh, hey, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. And I don't think that's something God would be mad at me about because as long as I'm praying for blessings for them, that's fine. I just don't want to be, you know what I mean? Because she's she's not going to be a mom to me. She never has. So I can't expect her to start now,
No. She's not going to be no mom to you, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's why Julie's like Julie is.
Mm-hmm. And that's a shame because
that's like she is.
It is because Julie should have got counseling when all that went on. Julie should have had intense therapy because look what happened. You know what I'm saying? In her mind, she just ain't right sometimes.
Well, you've got to realize, look who all ever had stand there with her.
So just want to take a second. We have to, pause for fair use anyways, but they're talking about Leticia's mom. Letecia claims she's never been a mom to her. In a second, I believe she talks about, how her brother has a different experience. And they're talking about her sister. And, Letecia has claims of having been through some pretty awful stuff as a kid. We don't know. I know she lies about so much. You want to question everything. But I think with this, I don't want to do that. But that's what they're talking about. Brenda's a simp. Delaney. After trial, Tiff. These are from June. Hey, Unravel. I'm going shopping for a nice prison retirement home. Oh, yeah. You'll be able to get a TV. She talks about the new clothes. She bought tennis shoes. They have tablets, internet, and some. Hey, KPM. Okay.
Stevie Dial and all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. In front of Julie and all. I mean, Julie went through a lot too and stuff. And Dakota, he was so young, he don't know exactly everything that happened. But anyway, I'll get
in Coda's mind, that's the, she's the best. But you got to
remember, this was a point of contention in the trial. Dakota also did remember childhood much differently than she did.
You're talking 14 years difference. You know what I mean? And you're talking about
different.
What he thought that Stevie Dow stuff was acceptable. To him, that was great. You know what I mean? And you got to remember, I lived through all of them. So after a while, it's like, this is not normal. But Dakota, that was normal. You know? You remember what happened at my graduation? To them, they thought that was all, it's fine. It's y'all's fault, you know? So.
It is a crazy, crazy thing, baby. I'm just sorry that you got wrapped up in it like you did. And
I know.
There's nothing I can do about it. You know?
Corky, no, I don't think so. And we're going to hear about Harley from both of them in a minute, and it'll make you mad. Just prepare for that.
I did the best I could with all of you.
Yeah, and then my dad's not like, I never had to experience abuse or trauma or anything like that from my dad. It was just, I didn't really, I mean, he might have not have known what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I can't.
Kenny, listen, Kenny didn't know what was going on.
That's what I'm saying.
I think if Kenny knew what, I think if he would have done something. Kenny wouldn't have put up with that.
Yeah.
Kenny would have put a stop to that. He would have took you from Deborah. If he knew what was going on, he would have took you from.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
So that's why I can't be upset about it, you know?
If me, myself, had known everything that was going on after the fact, I'd have took you from Deborah.
Yeah, I know.
I'd have got a lawsuit.
She said, her aunt says, you know, had I known everything that was going on, I would have taken you. I would have gotten a lawsuit. Okay, so we're going to skip ahead a little bit. Let's just see where we're at here.
I ain't gonna take no pills, and that's how I am. I don't.
And they give her pills every week. They give her pills. She just does every week just to get them pills.
Yeah, see, and I study it enough to know, like, when you have to go through things like that, it causes your brain to have flashbacks. You have like nightmares. You have like trauma, and you never deal with it. You go all this time, you never deal with it, and then you just become a paranoid person, and that's just how. You know, if I would have had counseling and stuff like that for it, but we didn't really know a lot about counseling and stuff like that. They always would be like, "Oh, you don't need help." You know what I'm saying?
Or they say you got ADHD or DGS or whatever.
Yeah.
So there was a girl at my house, and she goes to counseling once a week, and they don't do nothing but give her crazy pills.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna take no pills, and that's how I am. I don't.
She ain't gonna take no pills. She's going to clarify in a minute. Besides anxiety medication. Hey, Devil-Eyed Elvis. Thank you. Good to see you. It drives me nuts. She's moving to a nicer facility. I didn't know that. I was very curious about that. I'm also curious. Does she get to take her stuff with her that she's gotten, like the television? You know. I don't know about the shoes and the clothes, but thank you, Devil-Eyed Elvis.
They give her pills every week. They give her pills. She just does every week just to get them pills.
Yeah, see, and I'm not going to do that. Like, I can't stand taking meds, except anxiety meds.
The pills are not helping them. Yeah. There's 4 or 5 of them on deep brain straight taking. They're not helping them. They're making them crazier.
Crime curious. The jury didn't buy it. The world didn't buy it. But Aunt Brenda does. Literally. For hundreds of dollars a month. She literally buys it. You're right. And I'm surprised. You know, one, she's still working. She mentions that in these calls. I'm going to keep dropping the link for this channel so you guys can go catch everything in full since we're kind of skipping around. But it's really cool channel. I went and checked it out. They have other calls as well. Some Susan Smith stuff, Alex Murdaugh stuff. They have Susan Smith talking about Alex Murdaugh. Like, really cool calls. And thank you, One Who Sees and Crime Curious, for the hookup. She's 71 years old. My God. I think she mentions that in one of these, but
crazy her.
Yeah.
I mean,
it made me have worse anxiety.
Drugs. When I was on drugs, I'm strong enough to get off these pills. I just don't even.
Let's skip around.
I had friends that I knew, to the community. I had a whole community of help. Then you take somebody out of that. That's like taking them out of their lives, and you're left all alone.
Then don't murder children.
Oh yeah, I'm left. Hey, that's me. I'm left all alone. I mean, I'm left all alone.
That's how I felt leaving from Carolina. So I'm left all alone. I'm just, and then your mind just starts playing games on you. You got to beat it, and that's the hard part, is beating it.
Now, see, I can move back to Texas. It wouldn't bother me at all. I can move to New York. It wouldn't bother me. I can move to Mississippi. It won't bother me. I'm moving to the beach. The
Love you, one who
to the vet people's houses, the
Yeah,
bathrooms, and he so she could work. And I said, Harley, that's a story. You take it to the drawer for that ring.
Yeah.
Ring.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You know what? This is the part I don't understand. I know James bought James. I know Al bought Harley a ring.
Yeah.
She wears that ring a lot. And I know I gave her a diamond heart ring. You remember that ring?
Yeah. It's probably in the jury box.
No, she got the ring.
Oh, okay.
And she told me, now I want you to listen to what she told me. She told me it would take $200 to get that ring size so she could wear it. And I said, Harley, that's a story. You take it to the jewelry store. It don't cost maybe $20 or $30 at the max. It's nothing special. It's just reducing the size of the ring. It's nothing special. And
it'd be different if it was trying to make it bigger, but she's not trying to make it bigger. She's making it smaller.
Well, I got with my jeweler here, and he said, Miss Brenda, she's telling you a fib. I don't know who she is, but she's telling you a fib. It don't cost that much. I don't care where you're at.
So I don't know how I missed this earlier because I listened to all of these calls. But I guess this was a second I don't know. I was paying attention to something around me. So Al bought Harley a ring. She wanted to get it sized. Brenda says that she told her it would cost $200 to size it. And Brenda is basically calling her out for lying. Yeah, she believes Letecia, but not Harley. Hey, Eddie.
The ring or enlarge the ring. Yeah. So he said, now this particular ring, my wedding ring, it will cost a little more because of all the diamonds. Right. That ring's just got one heart shape. And she never did show me that ring no more. I believe she got rid of that ring. I'm really upset with that child. I love her, Tisha Lynn. I love her. But I'm really upset with her.
I'm really upset with that child. I love her, Tisha Lynn, but I'm really upset with her. Okay, Aunt Brenda. Let's hear about it.
Well, you can add me to the list. I'm upset with her too, so, you know.
I mean, I am really upset with her. She actually just, I tried my best to help her. I even suggested one time, Harley, I'll buy a house down here, and you can move in with me, and that'll save both of us some money. Yeah. She said, I'm not moving in with you, Aunt Brenda. You're too old.
Thank you, Eddie. Now, I definitely heard this part. So Harley supposedly told Brenda, and she says it again, like she flat out told her she wasn't going to live with her because she's too old. Huh? Now, that's hard to believe. The way that Harley, what we've seen from her on her channel, and she's going to mention her Instagram as well, but on her Instagram, on her TikTok, on the stand, in the interviews, she seems like a very well-mannered, like gentle person. I'm just really surprised by that. Thank you again, Eddie. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah. Aunt Brenda, she knows she wasn't raised like that. You know, I raised that girl.
Well, it weren't so much.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Hey, baby, I'm going to let you go.
Okay. Well, don't forget, if you'll send me those forms, I can get it done and then have the address so that way I can try to work on getting that money too so I have it.
Okay, and I'll do that when I get back. I love you, sweetheart.
Okay, love you too.
Careful, and I pray for you.
Okay, so I must have heard that wrong. You guys say what I heard. She wears Al's ring. The one Brenda bought her, she couldn't wear. Legendary for 1 month. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. Thank you. Harley and Tisha Lynn both used Aunt Brenda for money, but everyone else finally turned on Letecia. So now Tisha Lynn is her best friend. No, you can. Thank you so much for this. Thank you for being here. We're not going to watch the full video because I never do that. If we go to check out a video from another creator, I really like to encourage people to go watch the full video on their channels because to give you the support. We've been dropping your link. I love your channel. I noticed you also have, I was telling the chat, you have Susan Smith. You have Susan Smith talking about Alex Murdaugh, like those recent, remember not too long ago when we were looking at the shirtless pictures of him and stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff over there. So I definitely think that you guys should check it out. And here, I'm going to drop it again. Thank you. You can share anything of mine, ever. Okay.
Bye.
In the next call, Letecia
Wait,
says she
hold
was
up.
moved to a new
Okay.
home.
So let's skip. We're going to listen to just part of this one. Now, and then we're going to go. Let's listen to this one and then the last one. There's 5. We won't listen to the full thing, but we'll listen to the last one. But this is where she's going to talk about being in the mental health. She calls it a whole nother place, a residential area. I'm calling it a ward, but that's just my words. And yeah. Hey, Shay. I'm sure she does not want to live with her family. That may have been an excuse because that woman ain't right in the head, either one of them. Yes, thank you so much for being here and putting those out. Maybe that ring isn't Harley's style. It may mean the world to her, but just to keep, now it has guilt attached. Like that baby needs more on her. Yeah, who's basically, you know what? Letecia says at a point here that she raised her into, she had a good life until she was 18. I'm sorry, but at 18, you're still a baby. You still need your parents. You still need guidance. And she left Harley to do everything by herself now. That is sad and horrible. I feel horrible for Harley for that. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you so much. I'm trying to bring the juice. I have some crazy stuff I'm working on with Susan. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Yeah. And I think you're doing some really cool stuff there. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Shay. Thank you guys for dropping that. Thank you guys for being here. I think Jen Lou is going live at 9:30. Thank you, Crime Curious. Hey, Adrian. Okay.
Family justice, baby, and do what you need to do, okay?
Yeah, I guess. It's just be bored. Move me to like a different place on the.
They did right now?
They moved me to like a different building on the facility, so now I'll only get to come out for like 45 minutes. So.
A day?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. So, what do you mean a different facility?
No, it's a different building in the facility.
In the facility. Is it about the same rules, regulations, and everything?
It's
Just, baby, and do what you need to do, okay?
Oh my God. It's a mental health building. Oh, well, take advantage of that baby. Like Letecia's like this poor little, oh my gosh, which I know it's your niece. I'm trying to understand that. But what she did was so horrific, what she did to that baby. And I don't know. Thank you, Corey. Corey just gifted 5 memberships. You are amazing, Corey. Thank you. And thank you, Crime Curious and Lynn, for letting me know.
Yeah, I guess. It's just be bored out my mind.
Well,
And be crazy.
let me ask you this. I'm working. I looked it up about the TV thing,
Mm-hmm.
and all. I don't
think you're going to be able to get a television, Tiffany.
What do you mean? Everybody in this whole thing has a TV but me. I'm in.
No.
So Aunt Brenda says she looked it up. She don't think she can get a TV. Letecia, what do you mean? Everybody here has one. I wonder, I'm curious if Brenda just, it was a lot of money. She sent $500 total. I think the TV was $300. I might be wrong, but I think it was $300.
Well, I'm not in Denver Women's. I'm not by Denver Women's stuff. I'm in a residential treatment, which is a mental health thing.
So, okay. And the only thing I got to do is go on that JPay and have me send it to you?
You have to put the money on JPay, and then they take the money out of here, and they bring us the TV, the remote control, the cords to plug it in. Like, I got two cable cords in two cable boxes in my room, like the plug-in things. I have two in my room.
You got everything in there except for the TV. Yeah, no, we can have TVs. It's not like, this building is not like anything you see on TV because it's Colorado. Nobody ever locks down. Everybody gets here done. It's just that I'm on such, it's for safety, not for me, but because of how my case was prepared. You see what I'm saying? That's why. Okay.
That's why I'm only 45 minutes, and they put me in this residential thing because what they're trying to do is get this a psychiatrist and like mental health treatment. They're trying to get like that where you can be out all day, because the rest of these people in here, that's why I'm out so early. They're out all day. They walk around all day long.
They walk around all day long. Now listen to the freedom she has right here. And there is another call. If you guys go watch the video, because I think it's on like the third or fourth one, where you can hear, the people in the background having like episodes.
And then you can go get a dog program, and you can train the dog. You train them for like veterans and disabled kids and stuff like that. But like, I can't do anything like that until they can clear me on security. It's just probably going to be a year or two before they can clear me on security. You know what I mean?
Okay, your dad was supposed to send you some money. Did you get any money from King?
I haven't gotten anything yet. The only thing I got is yours. And I spent that because I got shoes.
So Letecia's Kenny supposedly was supposed to be sending her money. She claims she never received it. Vanessa J says, this is disturbing. She won't be friends with Aunt Brenda if the money stops. I agree. And Delaney, a TV is a luxury. They shouldn't have any luxuries. None. And then, sorry I'm late. My White Claws rig had problems backing up to my house, so I had to help. Hey, Claws. That's funny. They should give her a TV and cut the cord off. Yes, Nay, perfect. Okay, let's listen for another minute, and then we're going to skip to the last one.
I'd have shoes and stuff.
Now, listen, one ain't going to listen to you, and please don't take this the wrong way, sweetheart. Because, I love you, and I'm going to do what I can for you.
Yeah.
When we hang up, I'm going to call JPay, and I'll send you some money, okay?
Okay.
You're only allowed a certain amount of money. And I'm going to send you $500 to Shannon. This is for you only.
I'm going to send you $500, Tisha Lynn. I don't know. Something about that, it just makes me angry. Hey, Mandy. 4 freaking months. Thank you for being a member 4 months. I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Now, you got to be sparing. You got to be sparing these. So if you get a TV, you're going to only have a certain amount left for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
Okay?
And if you do it before the time is up, I think the 30 days, because I'm always here 30 days, they're not going to take the 20% out. So if you do it before then, they don't take the 20%.
What do you mean?
So, Mystic, Yes, actually, and I do believe that to be true because from what I know, like, and I've seen even on, TV or documentaries, that kind of thing, they do get those like sandals. But if they want like tennis shoes or something like that, they have to buy them from commissary. And usually, let's say it's a pair of like Nikes that are like $50. Those will probably be $100 at commissary. The television might be like $100 television. That's $300 in there.
Or if I do it today,
Well, if you do it
if
before,
I put $500, if I put it in there today, so you ought to be okay.
right, because they're going to eventually start. They make everybody here pay 20% of everything they get. You have to pay housing. You have to pay living. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, huh? Yeah.
Nobody around here can believe that's the stuff that they're having you to do all this.
I can send it to you in the handbook. I can send it to you in the handbook. Matter of fact, I'll send it to you so you can show them and be like, okay, whatever.
No, I would like to have a handbook with rules and regulations.
I'll get
I don't know how to go about getting one.
Amazing how sane she sounds now. Yeah, we don't see her switching. We don't see Maria or any of that craziness happening like we saw in the videos with Dr. Dorothy. But hey, Lisa. Yeah, happy to see you, Mystic. You're making me LOL. Oh, God. Your impressions are so... Oh, Delaney. Hey, Ann. Good to see you. Love you, too. Thank you for being here. Hopefully it gets you through work. Or, yeah, work a little easier. Letecia doesn't even sound grateful at all to her aunt sending money. No gratefulness or thankfulness expressed at all so far in this conversation. And that's a lot of money. This woman is 71 years old. She is still working, and she does say that in one of these calls.
I just want to make a copy, and then I'll send you a list of the stuff we can order. The stuff we can order, I'll send you that list too, a copy.
Yeah,
that way you have it.
Just tell them that I need it, so we'll have it, and I can tell, she can only get it through the commissary, but she can have this and have that and the other. I did write you a little letter. My fingers got off the writer's send it to bed right now. That I hope you can read it. And update on what's going on around me. I'm down
I
here.
sent you another letter.
And I just put Jenny's phone number on there.
Okay.
If you haven't got no money from Jenny,
I haven't yet, no.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go to the last call because I want to listen to that whole thing with you guys. And I want to have a second if Crime Curious or Jen wants to come up, or any of you guys, honestly, and you have thoughts you want to give on this. Hey, Kaleida Hope, and hey, Jeannie. Hey, Jen Joya. Where is Maria? Good dang question. Now, Tisha Lynn. Yeah, so she will send Auntie a list of stuff to buy her. Aunt Brenda supports this. Too sad. Now, Aunt Brenda, I'm just going to warn you guys. The next call is going to, it's going to focus on Harley. Pretty much why Aunt Brenda doesn't support Harley. That she is with an African-American young man, and that is brought up. I can't remember exactly how. I know that race is an issue, and something else, which that's what this is the call where I was like, forget this. We have to talk about this. We got to do a live on this. So just a second. Let me switch back over here for just a second and grab the timestamp. Hold on, you guys. $47.06. Hold on. Okay.
Harley. All I will say is they don't talk very nicely about her. Letecia is also.
Happy birthday to me.
I know. Happy birthday. That's what I was calling you.
71 years old.
I know. How you feel?
I'm 71. I'm tired, baby. I'm wore out. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just.
Well, let me just say, she does try to say it's not because of his race and, he's a user and that kind of thing, but just letting you know ahead of time that it is brought up. This woman makes my skin crawl. Oh, yeah, Aunt B, Auntie are hella racist. Don't support the child, but we're cool with the baby killer. Yeah. Corky, her dating a black man isn't okay, but murdering a child is. Oh, okay, Aunt Brenda. Corky. Brenda. Okay.
Last few years has taken a lot out of me.
Yeah.
So I'm just, I'm just tired. That's all.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
I'm all right. I'm about to walk in a little outside thing there and get some sunlight.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's good. I was like, let me go call her. I have 3 minutes on here. So I was like, let me call her. It's her birthday.
Yeah, I got to put some money on your account the other day with the holiday.
Oh, okay.
And I did, yeah.
Okay. Wait. So, Letecia, is that why you called her? Because she was supposed to put money on, but she didn't? Because that's instantly what I thought when I heard that. I'm going to rewind it 10 seconds, and I want y'all to hear that again, just because it's would you be calling Aunt Brenda to wish her happy birthday if she wasn't sending you money?
I was like, let me call her. It's her birthday.
Yeah, I got to put some money on your account the other day with the holiday.
Oh, okay.
And I did, yeah, it was, June.
Oh, yeah, that June the 19th or something. Yeah, I got you.
Something. And I didn't, I'll be honest with you, I didn't do much of nothing. I mean, me and Trevor did nothing pretty much.
Yeah.
But,
hey, that was what you're supposed to do on the holiday, just rest.
Well, I didn't really rest. I worked. I had to go out and work, but I didn't work. But it just rained so much, so that's what I'm fixing to do. Getting ready to do now. I got to go out and serve some papers.
Oh, okay.
And I got to tell you this: Julie lives to Deborah.
Julie what?
And not Julie. Jazz. She left Deborah.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she moved in with them Joneses.
She moved in from Joneses.
Jones and them. Yeah, she moved in with some.
Why'd she leave?
Baby, you know what?
Exactly, Meg.
I didn't even know she had left until yesterday. I went to tell this lady that the blueberries was ready. She wanted to come and pick some. She needed to come and pick them, right?
Yeah.
Blueberries in the yard. And she looked at me and she says, well, she asked me how you were doing. I told her I talked to you and you're doing really good. That's under the circumstances like that. That's all I always tell them.
Yeah.
And so she always asks me about you. And she said, did you know Julie Jazz had left home? I said, what are you talking about left home? Just like that. She said, she don't stay with Deborah no more. I said, what's she staying there? She said she moved in with them Joneses. I said, are you serious? She said, yeah. What? And you know what? All right, I did want to go back there where the girl told me she's staying and talk to her. And then I said to myself, if I done that, then
I don't have much to say about this part, so
already she don't have nothing to do with me now. She wouldn't have nothing to do with me then.
Swear up and down you were in cahoots with her.
Yeah. Yeah, she would. She would. Seriously, you said it, she would. Even if I went back there just to check on her to see if she was okay or whatever. Just ask her if she okay or something.
Because she's only, 16?
Yes, just started driving. Yeah,
Wow.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I mean, I just had a feeling that when she got big enough, she leave us. I just had that feeling. But that was
They're
me.
just a gossiping.
You know, I
Hold
didn't
on.
ever say nothing.
Pause this for a second. I wonder how hard it would be to find some inmates in Kansas who want to remind Letecia how much Americans love her. Jokes. But if it wasn't illegal. Jokes. Just kidding, you know. So she is not booked in with Jody Arias. She's not in Kansas, right? Is Harley on Letecia's visiting list? I'm not sure. I really don't know about that. She should be cuffed to the toilet all day. Just like Quentin Simon, he should be able to get his diploma. I agree. I totally agree. It's Julie, I think, or I don't know, because I'm not sure. Maybe Crime Curious can fill us in. It's just they're gossiping about somebody they both know. They're about to get to Harley, but
I'm in shock too.
I mean, yeah, because every time I say something, Deborah always accuses me of this and you know what? She needs to open her eyes up and think, been there, done that, seen everything. She can't accuse me of nothing more than trying to help her or whatever I could do whenever I could.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what Julie thinks about this.
Really don't. You know, the neighbor, it was one of Deborah's neighbors.
maybe it's Julie.
She said she hadn't seen her there in almost 2 weeks. In almost 2 weeks or so. She said Julie don't
I
go
know
up
it's
there
not
as much as she
Harley,
used
but
to. I don't know. Julie ain't going to have no control over that.
No, I know.
where is Jody? Areas that I don't remember what state she's in.
I just wondered if she was like telling her to do it. You know what I mean?
Gossiping blueberries.
I don't know. I don't know. And I'll be honest with you, David, I really don't care. That's Deborah. She wants to. If I would go talk to that young'un myself and tell her, look, you don't have to stay here. You can come and stay with me and go to school and better yourself. You don't have to do this. But if I done that, Deborah would think that I was doing everything else.
Yeah, don't do that.
I would do her. I would do her just like I did Harley. I done Harley the same way, and Harley made her mind up. Looked at me, she said, "I even said, well, buy a house down at the beach, Harley, and we can stay together."
Harley made her mind up and said she's going to buy a house down at the beach so we can stay together.
Harley looked at me and she says, "I don't want to stay with you, Aunt Brenda. You're old."
Again, apparently Harley's told her, I don't want to stay with you. You're old. I have such a hard time seeing that child say that. Maybe she did, but that's just like my take.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And now, you see, she ain't got a pocket full of pigs in, but that's Harley.
Yeah.
She's your daughter, and I know you love her. You got to love her because she's your daughter. But Harley's made her dead hard herself.
She's your daughter, and I know you love her, but because she's your daughter, but Harley made her bed hard herself. Aunt Brenda, what kind of shit are you smoking, lady? And I hope you do hear this. That child didn't make her bed hard herself. Her mother murdered her stepbrother and then had her as somewhat of a damn accomplice. Not to mention lied about her about what happened to her father and who had an overdose, but convinced Harley that someone broke in his house and gunned him down, which must have given that child nightmares. She didn't find out what happened until the trial. I know you guys remember that. Don't you dare. That just, oh my God. Harley made her bed hard herself. I know that's your daughter and you love her. No, Letecia made her bed hard. Oh God, you guys, that just makes me angry. I'm sorry. That's bullshit. Hey, to be honest, I don't want to live with Aunt Brenda for free. Preach this. It's infuriating. What about the bed Letecia made? Exactly. She don't need to live with anyone that supports her mom anyway, honestly. Aunt Brenda ain't Tiff. You guys crack me up sometimes, but I remember that Mystic Firefly. How dare you, Brenda? I know. I'm sorry, headphones, but it's just, I just cannot believe that she has the nerve to even say that about that baby.
Yeah, I know. And
I rewound it 10 seconds so we don't miss anything, and I'm gonna drop the link. If you wanna say anything, I'm curious. Actually, anybody, like I said, I don't know. Jen talked about doing a live at 9:30, so I want to make sure to be off of here by then. But I don't know. I checked. I didn't see it yet, but sometimes she waits to schedule it so the notifications will go out.
She's your daughter, and I know you love her. You gotta love her because she's your daughter. But Harley made her dead hard herself.
Yeah, I know, and they try to blame me.
Nobody's blaming you. Nobody.
No,
Y'all. Hold my earrings. Hold my damn earrings. Hold me back something, because tried to blame and then tried to blame me. Letecia, that ain't funny. That is not funny. Here we go. One more time. Listen to her right here. It's like, do you hear yourself?
But Harley made her dead hard herself.
Yeah, I know, and they try to blame me.
Nobody's blaming you. Nobody.
No, I said she tried to blame me.
Yeah, I know, but nobody's blaming you. Harley is throwing herself out there. Well, let's just say this. It's a pure disgrace.
Yeah.
But Harley threw herself out there the way she threw herself out there. Somebody said, well, you're race prejudiced, ain't Brenda? I said, I'm not race prejudiced. If she had a black man that was trying to have something, and wore his pants and took care of himself the way he's supposed to.
Okay, no. Let's see. Someone said you're race prejudiced, Aunt Brenda. If she had a black man that was trying to have something or had something, Aunt Brenda, that young man is in school to be a veterinarian. Okay? And number two, why are you mentioning his damn pants? That right there shows me exactly what you're thinking without saying. It's disgusting. And I am so glad that people are putting these damn calls out to blast y'all's asses for this bullshit.
I'm not race prejudiced. If she had a black man that was trying to have something, and wore his pants and took care of himself the way he's supposed to,
yeah,
I wouldn't have never took the car back from Harley. I said, but he wasn't doing anything but using her. And she still don't see it. And I said, I'm not going to support them. I said, and that's what I was doing. Harley would ask me for money and come to find out that's what she was doing with it. Was supporting that boy to lay his ass piled up, excuse my English. And yeah, I'm hustling, I'm working every day. But I'm too old for her to stay with, but she goes stay up with a afro, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm too old for her to stay with, but she can go stay with an afro? What? I didn't catch that the first time. I did not catch that the first time. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It's really hard not to be just infuriated with her. Oh, thank you, Pointer Lover. I love you so much and good to see you. And thank you for stopping by. And I hope you're having so much fun. I love Triggered Allie. I'm triggered for sure. She triggers me. But then Aunt Brenda, like, how dare you? How dare you? This poor child. Did she watch the trial? Did Aunt Brenda watch the trial? It gets worse after the word afro. Oh my. I listened to it this morning, but I guess I didn't hear that word. Did she watch the trial though? Because we saw Harley admit that she had been lied to about how her father passed away her whole life. Brenda probably knows about that shit. She must have been in on it. I don't understand how that went for so long. And okay, let me just stop and let it play, and then we'll chat in a second.
And I'm working every day, but I'm too old for her to stay with. But she goes stay up with a afro. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
A nothing. A pure nothing.
And that's hard to, like, you know, like, with the, because she weren't raised like that.
A pure nothing? Fuck you. I'm sorry, y'all. This just pisses me off. She weren't raised like that. Letecia, you dumbass. I thought you had your doctorate. She weren't raised like that? What kind of English are you speaking?
I never had her around.
I know she weren't.
I know she
That
weren't.
girl had a good life growing up.
Hey, she had a good life, and she'd have listened to me and Miss Kathy, my friend Kathy. She wouldn't be in the situation. She's not in a situation. She won't everybody feel sorry for her. They don't feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
She's having everything handed to her on tap. Don't feel sorry for her if she calls you or anything.
Yeah.
Don't even go there with her.
I just don't understand how these two grown women, at the age that they are, can sit here and talk about her like that, knowing what she's been through at the hands of this bitch on the screen. I don't understand that.
Oh, she's had all the opportunities in the world. I mean, I gave her to her on a
I
silver
know,
platter.
Brenda, it's not my fault. I was upset.
I know it ain't.
You know, like that, and I was like, it's not my fault, but you can't blame me. I raised you till you were 18 years old with everything you wanted to have.
And you know, when you got where you got, I took over and gave her money when she needed money. Well, I was just a phone call away. Phone call away. And I argued with her, and she done things that I got on her about. She got mad at me about.
Yeah.
And I said, Harley, you can't get mad about stuff. I said, because there's certain things you can do and you can't do. You got to realize the situation everybody's in here. And you're putting all of us out there because they're looking at your Instagrams, and they're looking at this, and they're looking at that.
You're putting all of us out here because they're looking at your Instagram. Now, we're going to take a second. I'm going to go grab it right now because Harley has hardly posted it on her Instagram. She probably feels like she can't because the shadow of her mother follows her every damn where. She's trying to be an influencer and she hardly has posted. That's just the truth. I'm going to show you guys. So what is she putting on Instagram? The fact she has a boyfriend who's African American? And oh God, you just piss me off, lady. Whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just throwing everything out there. I said, girl, I never thought anyway, that's Harley.
Yeah.
I figure one day she'll call me on the phone and need something, and I'll be there for it. Lynn, I'll be there for like I have always with you youngers. Treat me like crap, don't never come around me, but when you need something, ain't Brenda's there. I'll be there for. But as far as me reaching out, no. She's going to have to reach out. No, I won't reach out to her. I won't reach out to her. I won't reach out to her. Told me I was too old. And see, I was going to try to save her some money instead of her paying rent and all this. Get a place to stay, a house or something, or condo or something, where we could buy. And then when she finished school, she could sell it, get that little bit of equity in it, and move wherever she wanted to move to.
Mhm. And she knows about all that stuff. That's the thing, is I know about all that stuff.
And she told me, you're too old. I'm not that old. She just didn't want me staying with her, keeping her in line.
That's the thing, is I kept her in line all those years.
No, she's found at one person in her life that she loves and that supports her. And he's on the way to becoming a veterinarian. So, I mean, it seems like a good influence for her, right? Like a good person. she's a baby, I won't reach out to her. She may be 18 years old. She's still a damn baby to me. And until she's 25 years old, she's still going to be like a baby. I don't understand this. I told y'all it's infuriating, but
she don't want to do that anymore.
No, she don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
No, she don't. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't believe the young one was going to school when I was paying for her to go to school and all this stuff. I don't believe she was going.
Yeah.
Because every time I would ask her to send me her grades or whatever, I never seen them.
Yeah, I don't know, me either.
Her progress reports and everything, I never seen them. I don't even believe she was going to school, baby.
Well, that on herself, Brenda, because, I mean, like I said, she was raised right.
baby.
She weren't raised to be around people like that.
Okay,
She was raised knowing to do the right thing as far as working and all that. So,
I know. And I know you all.
Why the young one had plenty of money to do what she wanted when she wanted, because I taught her about saving money for this, paying on this, doing this for your credit, doing that. I taught her all that stuff. So,
well, it's on the Preston bag, but you know, I know Aunt Brenda's street. I know I'm street. But you know what? I was brought up street. And I appreciate my daddy for bringing me up street. I appreciate it.
Yep.
And that's why I got what I got today and what I'm holding on for, and I'm still working. My daddy instilled that in us.
Mhm.
You know? And I don't know, these girls that get up, well, anyway, Katie.
Did she say that? I missed it because I'm reading chat and listening. But I'm thinking she did, because Chica says people like that. Tiff, people like what? Like me? People like that? Oh, my God. But you're no race prejudiced, as you call it. But yet you've mentioned his pants, his afro, and now you're saying people like that? You disgust me, lady. You are disgusting. Absolutely damn disgusting. She should reach out. She's still the elder in this. Exactly. Let's say that Harley, like, even if Harley, like, said, you know, fuck you, Aunt Brenda, or something like that. She's 18 years old. I can't tell you how many times I've shown my ass to my parents or, you know, my family members. They still love me. They would still reach out to me. I mean, I don't understand that. No, Brenda. Allie 79. Hey, by the way, Allie says, no, Aunt Brenda, you aren't street. You're a dirt road on a dead end.
Get the TV?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Huh?
Yep, I'm excited. I wasn't so
You got
bored
the
yesterday.
television now?
Yeah, I got it yesterday.
Can you watch movies and stuff now?
Yeah, we got, I think it's like 28 channels, somewhere around there. So it's a good amount of channels.
Well, that's good.
We got the sports channel, then we got the church channel, then we got movie channels, then we got the regular, like, Fox, NBC.
She can watch sports. She loves wrestling, apparently. She's got news, Fox, NBC, where she's going to tell us that she can watch the shows on there. Like, really? Because I love thinking about you sitting up in your cell by yourself, cuddled up in the bed, watching damn Fox.
Like, all those channels to watch, like, shows and stuff. And,
well, that's good, baby.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna try to. I had to leave the house. They got two showings, one at 3:45 and one at 4:45. So me and Traders left the house because I had to run, do some service and everything. So I said, well, I'll leave the house and go do what I got to do and everything. And then when I get back, I need to send you a little piece of money.
Yeah, because I'm gonna transfer I'm gonna transfer and put money on the phone account.
Well, I'm gonna give you some money, so you'll have to do that, okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna do that, so that way it'll be cheaper because it'll only be 8 cents. Because right now I just use $2. I had $2 and something there, so I guess it gave me a little bit more
All
time.
right, that's it. I'm done with that. I want to drop the link. So if any of you guys want to come up and give your thoughts, I want to give you guys a second to do that. I want to hear from you guys. I like hearing from you in the chat too. So if you don't want to, that's fine. But I can still hear from you. I cannot get over this. Oh yes, and I pulled up Harley's Instagram. We can go look at that as well, real quick in a second. Headphones, you cracked me up with that comment. Yeah, the WWE stuff. I hope Harley never posts her children. They don't deserve the sight of them. They don't, Dot. They really don't. That poor child. I mean, like I said, she had to testify, for one, in the trial of where her mother murdered her stepbrother, who you know that she loved and cared about, right? Because that just happens naturally if you have a damn heart. But then she finds out that her dad passed away in a whole nother way, a much less scary way for a child to know about. I don't know what Letecia was thinking with that. And she finds out that Gannon was in the car with them. You know, all the details of that. If she listened, there were so many details that, you know, I'm sure that she already knew, right? She knew that Gannon was found on the East Coast, and she knew that she was with her mom during that time. But still, at 18 years old, can you guys imagine going through something like that? How devastating. And then for these two old, hateful, racist bitches to sit on the phone and cackle and gossip about her and talk about her boyfriend like that, who ain't done nothing to him, you know, besides exist. It's fucking disgusting. These are the types of families that children cut off when they are grown up. Toxic in the truest form. Absolutely. What little box? The app phone calls from prison? That's the channel that played this, and there's more, you guys. You go, the channel I've been dropping, if you click that link, they've got several, like I said, several other videos on there, and they've got more to come, they said. So yes, Crime Curious is here. Hello. I was so hoping you would be able to come up for a second, because I got to hear your thoughts.
Listen, if for no other reason than just to hold your earrings, you know I'm going to come up.
Hold my ear.
I will hold your earrings. So I've listened to these calls over and over, you know, just like everything else. You know, I have to review it 5 times and make sure that I heard what I thought I heard. And so I've got all kinds of notes on it too. And it's infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating. And just when I think that this bitch cannot surprise me or infuriate me any more than she already has, she just blows right over the top. And I'm a whole new level of outraged.
Yeah, and you got to write a book on it, so you're outraged a lot more than most of us.
Oh my God. I mean, well, and you know, I have Aunt Brenda's email address.
Oh yeah.
She reached out to me in May after the trial, right before these phone calls. In fact, Aunt Brenda emailed me 2 days before that first phone call on June 1st.
Wow. Yeah.
And she told me in that email, you know, that she still loves her niece, and I, you know, I'm like, yeah, I get it, you know, but to hear these phone calls is a whole new level, you know. I mean, because when I got the email, I was like, yeah, I mean, I understand. There's a lot of people who still love family members who have done horrible things, you know. She didn't make any excuses for her, but you know, she certainly wasn't talking like this. And then just to hear the way she's talking, you know, and then she said, you know, she called him an Afro, and then paused and then said, you know what I'm saying? And then called him a nothing. You know, she wanted to use a different N-word, but they knew they were being recorded. So instead she repeated the word nothing instead of using the word she really wanted to use.
I agree. I feel like I could tell that she was watching her words too, because there were moments where she was going to go harder at that, but she caught herself.
Right. Right, exactly. And to call Harley a pure disgrace, you're talking to a woman who murdered a child that she was responsible for. And Harley made her bed hard for herself. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, you're trying to put satin sheets on Leticia's bed.
Yeah.
I,
And
what?
I don't understand her train of thought with that at all. It makes no sense to me. Is she that
No.
racist that she is hating Harley? Because what has Harley done that's so bad? I,
Right. Well, and it sounded like she tried to justify it by saying, like, if Harley was with a black man that was, doing right and doing good, and I mean, what is he robbing banks? As far as I know, he's just going to school,
yeah.
like, to become a veterinarian. Well, I mean, I don't know the guy. I mean, I barely know his name, and that's just because of Instagram. It's not like I know the guy. But it doesn't strike me like him and Harley are, holed up at a Motel 6 smoking crack. It just, come
No.
on.
Not at all. Well, also her Instagram. Why does she mention that? Because I looked the other day and her last post was March 10th. And she don't post that often. The trial, I believe, has probably stopped her from that. Then May 27th, 2002.
Right. Well,
January.
and she talks about how she's putting all her stuff out on Instagram, like that's harming the family. The only thing that she could be talking about is just, her relationship. I mean, I don't know what else she could be talking about. She's not talking bad about her mom, even though she could. She's not talking bad about her family, even though she could. And even on the stand, when Harley was asked, why did Aunt Brenda take the car away? Harley said it was a disagreement about insurance. And we hear in this phone call, I don't remember hearing it tonight, but I know I heard in this phone call, one of the other times that I was listening to it, that Brenda connected her taking Harley's car away with Harley's boyfriend. And the reason why she took the car away is because Brenda was giving Harley a bunch of money, and she found out that Harley was like spending it on him or giving it to him or something along those lines. I'd love to hear that part again, but I don't even know where to tell you to find it. Probably right around that same spot. The problem is you hear something and then you get so pissed off that you don't hear the next sentence, which is usually worse than the last.
Yes, that is so true. Well, I can have Woofy find anything for us using keywords because she has like an extra add-on on her computer. We can, anybody can get it. It's just like
Oh, wow.
an app that you download where you can search by keyword in a YouTube video, and we
Okay,
can
yeah,
find it
because
for. And also,
Brenda, she specifically mentions taking that car away.
yeah, I want to hear that, and then compare it with what Harley said. But I just
Right.
wanted to say I was wrong. So she has posted, but not a lot. These are pinned posts. But so like this one was May, then we have June, then July. She shows like she's at an art show. This is what she's putting on her Instagram that Aunt Brenda's so upset about. Or this, her and her boyfriend. And,
Pure disgrace. Pure
I
disgrace.
can't. And talks about how he wears his pants. I mean, how rude. That right there shows exactly what she meant by that, This was yesterday. She posted this yesterday. I guess it's her anniversary with her boyfriend.
Well, and then I've heard other phone calls where it's Letecia and Harley talking mad shit about Aunt Brenda. But see, these calls are after trial. And by this point, everyone has turned on Letecia, except for Aunt Brenda. So now, Tisha's Aunt Brenda's best friend. But Tisha's whole personality changes depending on who she's talking to. Now, that does not mean that she has multiple personalities. It just means that she's a two-faced bitch.
Yes, exactly. You're so funny. Don't mean that she has multiple personalities.
Right.
she is two-faced. Well, I need to hear that because that's interesting. I've watched a little bit from on the docket, like the other calls that are out.
Yeah.
And I watched like part of Harley's interview. It was like the night you were talking about it. I went and watched, but it's just hard for me to focus. I think maybe my attention, just with all the background and the things. So I really like this new channel, the way that they're doing it.
Yeah, and that was cool that they came in and wanted to link to your channel. I mean, that's, that we all work together.
I know, that was so cool. If they're still here, yeah, Crime Curious is writing a book on this case, and your website, let me put it in the chat, is for other people too who are just interested, because she has tons of resources, so much information, court documents, even the lawsuit information with, Letecia, and just a ton.
Too much. Really, that's my biggest problem right now, is too much. I met with a potential publisher yesterday afternoon at 3. And I'm still having a hard time with what they call like an elevator pitch, because there's so much. I mean, I need like a very small amount of words to just be able to say where it goes from beginning to end. And so it's like I have all this stuff, and then I concentrate it, and then I go back over it, and then it expands back out again, and then I try to concentrate it again. There's just so much.
And especially now with like everything that's coming out after that, they're releasing all these calls, all these interviews, all that stuff, Al's interviews,
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. But, well, ooh, look, phone calls from prison is here and says, amen, we're a big family of true crime lovers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank you for dropping her channel, Lynn. Oh my gosh.
I wrote down, let me see. I wrote this down yesterday, actually. And it's what Letecia said. So at the very beginning of that first phone call, Leticia's complaining about her mother, and so is Aunt Brenda, because if Leticia's not asking for money, then they're talking shit about other people. I mean, it's just, it's those two things or nothing,
Yes, they're gossipers for sure.
Oh no, I take that back. I mean, she's talking about, how there's like the dog training programs and all of that. And I was going to say too, Cray mentioned in the chat before I came up, like I hope that the other inmates find out, and I think that Cray was talking about find out about Letecia being prejudiced, which is already pretty obvious. I mean, if she didn't, how many people did she blame, and I think that looking at it, if it wasn't Albert or Landon, they were either Hispanic or African American. I mean,
yep.
And that's who else got blamed if it wasn't Albert or Landon.
Yep, you're exactly right.
And even when she half-assed confessed to doing it herself as a different personality, it's Maria Sanchez, It's not Victoria, Christina, whatever, it's Maria Sanchez. That's the assassin. Okay. Sorry, I don't have very good light.
No, you're
But
okay.
I did write this part down. So when she was complaining about Deborah, because Leticia's in there because she had a terrible childhood. The jury didn't, like I said earlier, the jury didn't buy it, the world didn't buy it, but Brenda does. So they're still in there telling this version of the story where what happened to Gannon is because Letecia was abused. No, what happened to Gannon is because Gannon was abused to a horrific point. I mean, not, oh, Letecia. Anyway, so she said, like, when you have to go through things like that, it causes your brain to have flashbacks. You have like nightmares, you have like trauma, and you never deal with it. And so you go all this time and never deal with it. And then you just become a paranoid person. And that's just how, if I would have had counseling and stuff like that for it, well, we didn't really know a lot about counseling and stuff like that. They would always be like, oh, you don't need help.
I remember that part.
So what? Gannon was killed because you didn't get counseling. Is that the is okay?
I'm sorry,
Neither
but
one of us should ever wear earrings again.
yeah. And listen, she grew up in a different time. A lot of people, mental health was just looked at differently back then. I don't see everyone who grew up, all of us, me, you, when we were kids, mental health was looked at, there was even more of a stigma than there is now. Things are different now and nobody else is out here committing those kind of horrific acts. So no, I don't buy that shit.
Right. I know a good handful of people who had some pretty terrible childhoods who are some of the best people I've ever met.
Yes.
They grew up and became amazing people. And and they'll talk about what happened in their past, but usually only if it can help others.
Yep.
It's not an excuse to do harm.
For everything they do. Yeah.
Right. But so Cray Cray was talking about, I hope the other inmates find out. And I also hope that the other inmates find out that Letecia has a sugar mama who sends her the maximum allowed amount as often as she can, so that Leticia's books are always full with the maximum possible amount, because she's going to be in prison with criminals who don't have access to such things. And she thinks she's so damn smart. She's going to be taken advantage of immediately in whatever way. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I feel like if she's in there and she has everything she wants and she's trying to be a princess in prison and people find out who she is, and they will.
Yep.
If they don't already know.
You're exactly right. I can picture, just there's a woman in there that's probably had a hard life, don't have much, don't have nobody sending her nothing. Maybe she has a couple other girls who are, friends with her. And yeah, they'll start making Letecia buy them shit every week when she goes to commissary. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh-huh. Especially if they know what her ass did.
Right. And then she'll wish Maria Sanchez was real.
Yeah.
Because she's going to need somebody to have her back, because she's not going to be okay. And I mean, I don't wish harm on anybody, but with her, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, I agree. It is very hard.
And
Harley is beautiful. I mean, she's just such a beautiful girl. I hope that she gets as far away from that lady as possible and stays.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like it's what they do. I mean, if one of them's talking to I mean, it's a whole group of them, and it's just really, really dysfunctional.
Yeah.
And somebody's always got to be the target, or else they don't have anything to talk about.
I wonder if Aunt Brenda lies like Letecia.
I don't know, but I do know that they do watch these YouTube videos and stuff. And so I wonder if Aunt Brenda has heard the calls between Letecia and Harley talking shit about Aunt Brenda. And I also wonder if Harley's heard the phone calls between Letecia and Brenda talking shit about Harley. That's the only way to even take power away from a manipulator. Especially one that changes for the audience the way that Letecia does, is, she wants to keep everybody separated so she can control the narrative and manipulate everyone involved. And with all these phone calls coming out, everybody's going to hear everything. And she knew it was being recorded, but maybe she didn't think, I don't know. Maybe she didn't think the phone calls would go out on social media. I don't know.
They probably knew they were being recorded, but because they say it, I'm sure they say it on the recording.
Oh yeah.
But they probably thought it was just for jail purposes, or you know what I mean. Maybe that they would.
Or the district attorney's office would get it, but not a YouTuber.
Well, surprise.
Right.
And now we've all heard you be racist as hell and bash Harley as if she's not your daughter and your great niece who's young. She's very young. It's screwed up.
Right. Well, and even Brenda said, she's not going to reach out to her, but if Harley reaches out to Aunt Brenda, she'll go ahead and help her. And that was some of the shit talking between Letecia and Harley, who were both clearly using Aunt Brenda for money. And Aunt Brenda knows it. Aunt Brenda's no more a victim of being used than Letecia is a victim of whatever she's claiming today. I mean, neither one of them are a victim, right?
Wow, that's just crazy. I don't think I got to hear that with Letecia and Harley talking
Yeah.
about her.
Yeah. Well, and then at certain points, Letecia throws Amy Lowry under the bus, which is her sister. And I mean, it just depends on who she's talking to. And then the next 3 phone calls, she's telling those people, she's talking shit about Amy Lowry. And then you hear a phone call between Letecia and Amy Lowry. It's not the same thing that was said 2 phone calls ago.
That's crazy.
I mean, you just, it's just like watching her weave a web.
So who were they talking about that's 16 before they got into Harley? Julie's daughter.
Yeah,
okay.
Jazz.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's obvious that Julie went through some stuff too. I mean, I'm not going to say that Letecia didn't go through some things in her childhood. She obviously did, but she's also trying to use it as a weapon. She's not trying to heal from whatever happened, and we don't know. And I heard recently in that interview with Albert, he was talking about Gannon's counseling. And Albert says that the reason they had Gannon in counseling was to protect Gannon because Letecia had accused him of the knife incident. That's what Letecia calls it. Letecia calls it the knife incident. Now, there were no witnesses, and Gannon swears that it didn't happen the way that she said it happened. But Letecia swears that Gannon came after her with a knife. And see, this is after Letecia had accused 2 people in Alaska of sexual harassment. This is after Letecia had sued a former school district for sexual harassment. It was after the school where she was working, where she claimed that they used racial slurs against her. Okay, this was after French Elementary, where she thought she was smarter than the principal and then faked a workplace injury with the bookshelf and the ladder, and was going to go after them about that. This was after she threatened to go after the school district where she got her license suspended by saying it had something to do with Landon's family member who was on the board. I mean, she has this long history of playing the victim. It was after the 2 staged burglaries. It was after the fake pregnancies. I mean, I could keep going, but you get it.
Yes.
Right?
And I don't believe that for a second. And I know you, I'm sure you don't either. Just knowing.
No. I mean, and all of those things that I just rattled out and listed, those all happened in less than 5 years, in a less than 5 year period. All of those things that I just said happened.
Well, I'm surprised she hasn't made any claims against the old lawyer yet. Her old,
Right. Oh, I'm sure it's coming. Well, and she's still working on that federal lawsuit as well. She's not giving up. She's not going to change anything. The only way that she's ever going to change is if some of those women in prison actually get to her. And I'm not even saying in a bad way, but it's certainly not going to come from anybody who's there professionally to help her. You know what I mean?
Right. Unless either she gets in with a crowd where she really, I don't know, that they make her realize some things, which I don't see that happening, or something bad happens to her, which I still don't see her changing, even and then those, I think it's just
it's just another weapon to show that she's a victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know if Jen's live is happening at 9:30?
I don't know. I haven't talked to her for a few hours. She might have, I don't know, maybe she took a nap. I don't know.
I know she was going to do the live at 9:30, and I asked her, but she hadn't responded yet when we started.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Okay.
I'll send a message real quick.
Thank you. I don't know. I don't know. It's what else is going to come out? Do you know like what we're going to be? What other interviews or calls might be coming? Have you heard?
Oh, well, the docket's getting them all. The issue is that he gets the phone calls, and then he has to basically remaster them because the audio is crap. And then he puts them out as often as he can, but it takes a while to put them all together and get everything ready. And
Yeah.
but he's also he's getting everything that he possibly can. I know he's getting the jail records, which will include incoming letters that people sent to her, and any
Wow.
interviews with like Albert and with Landon, and anything he can get his hands on. He's going all in. He's going for it big time.
Oh, I can't wait to see some of that. But I think you told me, and I think in that video on the phone calls from prison, they said that in Kansas, there will be no calls released.
Yeah, Kansas doesn't release phone calls.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate because that gives some of her power back.
Yeah, it does. I think you should do like some videos summarizing some of these calls. I would love to see that from you. And I think other people would too.
Well, I would love to, but see, the thing is, the docket is very, very funny. I mean, I don't even think he wants people talking about his content. He gets mad when other people share his content. I mean, when you share it, I mean, just you. I mean,
Oh, I
I've seen plenty of people, say, please don't talk about other channels in the chat. But this is a different sort of level of that, And so, and he has sent me some excellent information. I'm not saying anything bad about him at all. What
Right.
I'm saying is that he's very funny about it. And so I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to risk pissing him off or offending him, because I do appreciate everything that he's putting out. But everything that he's given me permission to use, I only have permission to use it in the book and not on my YouTube channel. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, because
Well,
I specifically asked him about a couple of things, and he basically said for the book it's no problem, but when it comes to YouTube, he's real particular.
right. Well, you could still, well, the phone calls from prison is putting them out, thankfully, and you can summarize some of those. And I don't know. I don't know. I think I like to share information. I feel like,
I know.
yeah, anything on my channel, anybody can use, as long as they don't use it to like bash me or my friends. I don't care.
Right. Right. Do no harm, but take no shit.
The cray at the docket, the mods have been dropping his link when we mention him. Lynn's been dropping it, but yeah.
Yeah, he's funny. Even I mean, he doesn't even like it when people link to his channel.
I know.
I
So, yeah. Anyways, well, I don't know. It'll be interesting to hear the rest. I hope this channel gets the rest that gets more, and yeah,
yeah,
we'll
me
talk
too.
about it that way.
Me too, because there would still be July and the very beginning of August.
Yeah. Oh my
Although
gosh.
I think that everybody really hung it up with her except for Brenda. So it's probably only phone calls with Brenda, but I'm just guessing.
Oh, no wonder. I mean, I would have hung it up with her too, but I wonder with Amy if they've talked any since like after the trial.
I don't know.
I still wish we could crowdfund for the calls and stuff. I do too, but they're so expensive. Like,
Yeah, they're really expensive.
So didn't you guys say it was like 700 for, or what? Can you get just some of them?
You can specify, certain date ranges, things like that, and then just get a price. I could give you the lady's name and information, but
look, phone calls from prison says there weren't any others except Brenda. Don't think anyone else is talking to her, at least for June. Wow.
Yeah. So the phone calls all together for Letecia's time at CJC, which was 3 years, The phone calls altogether is just over $7,000. And then for the jail file, which includes the letters, which is more than 3,000 pages of information, is more than $700. So
Oh my God.
I just don't have it like that. I
Me
mean,
neither. I wish that we could, but I just, yeah.
yeah.
It's
This
so,
project has kicked my butt. And I haven't had a day job since last July, so I'm hurting
yeah.
bad. But it is what it is, and it's all going to be fine.
Well, we need to get that book out. I can't wait to read it.
I know.
I know it's going to be excellently done. And we need to support this channel, Prison Phone Calls from Prison. I'm going to drop the link.
Yeah, for
again.
sure. Yeah, welcome to the family.
Yeah, and thank you so much for getting these, for putting them out. And yeah, I so appreciate it. Oh, I about dropped the StreamYard link instead of her channel. Let me grab her channel. Hold on one second.
Well, Jen didn't respond. I hope she's all right. I haven't seen her go live.
I hope she's okay too. I know she hadn't been feeling good, so.
Right.
Here, you guys, definitely go check out this channel that dropped these. And like I said, I think they have other ones you guys will be interested in as well, with the Alex Murdaugh, Susan Smith talking about Alex Murdaugh, like all the things. I'm so glad you came up to give your thoughts and opinions on this. And if there's more that come out, let's talk about them too. That'll be fun.
Definitely. Well, all right. I'll give you your earrings back. We got this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you for being here. You guys,
bye guys.
You guys, I'm gonna let you guys go anyways. Definitely go check out Crime Curious's channel. She's like Letecia Stauch expert at this point. Hey, Melissa Jade. Melissa's channel, Amber's channel, Punksy, Nay. I'm going to drop a few good channels that have been here hanging out with us. And then I'm going to let you guys go. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Oh, crap, I've missed it. I will send you the link so you can listen to all the calls. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for listening to me yell and scream at Letecia. Definitely don't forget, go watch this video in full. There was a couple calls we did not even touch on that are in there that I think you guys will really be interested in. That's actually the link that I'm dropping to the video with the calls, not to the channel. So, what'd you ask, Mystic? I didn't see it. Let's see. No, she's not using the photos. I know no. Sorry, I just had to ask. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. You mean the world to me. Having people to come and talk to about some of this crazy nonsense. Thank you, Crime Curious. I love and appreciate you. I love her channel. And yeah, thank you, Phone Calls from Prison. Thank you, mods. And you guys have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Bye. You're right on time. Gently walk down the steps right on time, right as I'm done. Bye, guys.
Love ya.